I've really enjoyed it, and everyone I've met's been absolutely lovely and really supportive, and I've really enjoyed having the opportunity not only to have lectures with some of the people who teach here, but also the chance to speak to some students who go to Trinity. I found that really eye-opening, getting feedback from them and just meeting everyone else on the residential. It's nice to meet like-minded individuals across the country who are wanting to study like similar subjects to yours.
Well, I came to a taster day a couple of weeks ago, and I'd say the residential was definitely more helpful because obviously you get the lectures and you get to talk to students and stuff, but you get much more of a feel for what the place is like the college, and obviously you get to see the accommodation, the food, and it's really interesting to talk to other people about what they're doing or what they want to do, because it kind of opens your mind a bit.
It's like really enhanced the experience, because it's like an extra layer of like university experience. So yeah, it's been really worthwhile.
This course has been amazingly run, in my opinion. They've shown us a diverse range of different subjects. So it also helps you be sure of what you want to study, because you've got a insight into every different subject that you could study.
I really enjoy being able to go to different lectures on really different topics, and it'd be really interesting to explore things that aren't on the curriculum. It's been really good to talk to students as well to see how they find it and what they thought of the whole experience.
I've absolutely loved the lectures. I think like the lecturers themselves are really interesting, and the stuff that they've been talking about is actually really interesting, and like it's been quite a kind of broad line of things, but it's really opened my mind and made me think about things in a different way.
I think the main thing for me has been finding out about the collegiate system. I didn't realise beforehand that it played such a major part.
The people who run this course are so lovely, and the students who help us, you can just ask them whatever you want.
We had a seminar this morning. It's been really useful, giving us the insight into what life's like here and incentives to work our socks off in order to get in.
By speaking to people at the beginning, we were all a bit like, oh, I don't really know what to expect, what are we going to have to do, but I think it's definitely something worth doing, because when you do end up going to university, you're going to be thrown at a place that you're not familiar with and people you don't know, so it's really good practice for that anyway.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but it's been great. I absolutely love the grounds, they're beautiful. Everyone that I've talked to has been really welcoming and supportive, and I have to admit I was slightly worried that I didn't know what the students would be like, but everyone that I've talked to has been really happy to talk to me about what student life's like.
The obvious kind of misconceptions of this whole kind of Hogwarts style, really elitist place, but then it's obviously quite daunting to come to somewhere with such a big reputation and not really sure what to expect, but it's been really good at just kind of helping make you feel really comfortable, and everyone's at ease, and the lecturers are really friendly and just really happy to talk to you because it's an interest they share.
Something that surprised me is that the lecturers are obviously like experts in their field, seem interested in what you have to say as well, and they're like interested in your take on it. So that's been really nice. It's more of a conversation than a kind of somebody feeding you information, which it can sometimes feel like at school.
I haven't come across anyone on this residential that I haven't thought is welcoming and supportive and friendly, and that's been a pleasant surprise that everyone that is on this residential seems to have all seem to have common interests and seem to be, you know, they're not in it for themselves. I think everyone's helping each other out, which is really nice.
Well, I was quite surprised. I thought it'd be like really private school dominated, because I'm from comprehensive, but actually not. It's like 6 out of 10 people come from comp, which is really good.
Initially, I thought there was going to be like a massive hierarchical structure here, from the top to low of students and lecturers. But everyone's been on the level playing field. Everyone's been really nice, really engaging, and they've been really supportive in giving advice how to further your chances getting into Cambridge through the admissions process, interview advice, lectures and stuff like that. So it's been really, really great to expose yourself to this environment from the very outset. So it's a great exposure to different subjects that you would never imagine studying. So it's a great opportunity to have these lectures with the world leading experts in their field.
I would say probably the only bad thing about this residential is that it's probably made it harder for me to decide what I want to do, because everything you do is so interesting. Like every lecture we go to, we're like, oh, I want to do that, and every person that you speak to is so interested in what they do and so passionate that like it makes you want to do it too. So I still don't know what I want to study, but it's been really helpful in making me realise what I'm interested in.
And because we've had so many different lecturers, we know what every subject kind of includes. So some people have decided that they definitely want to do a subject, and some people said, well, maybe this isn't for me, but this is. So it's been helpful trying to figure out which way you want to go.
Because I thought before that going to Cambridge it'd be really all gruel and really hard, but it actually looks like it's actually quite nice, and you're not worked to death, and it's really interesting, some of the seminars.
And I think the residential specifically has been really good at kind of just showing the different teaching style it's going to be like compared to other ones. It's been a lot more kind of one-to-one, more kind of like, you know, like she said, conversational based.
I personally think that the most important thing that they've taught me is how to learn how to independently research in a library, because a lot of people get spoon-fed their subject knowledge at college and then they're terrified of the university because they're like, what? There's no one telling me what to research. However, now I've just learned how to make the jump potentially from becoming someone who's spoon-fed to someone who can independently learn what I need to learn.
There's so many little details that you can go into when you're studying something, and you can choose really like odd and random parts of a subject that you never really would approach in school, like, so you can really focus on your individual interests.
I think Cambridge would offer you the chance to get a great degree, and then if you wanted, go on to further education or try and seek work placements. And I think that's another great thing with Cambridge, that they encourage you to do a lot of work placements during the holidays and try and maybe go abroad.
I think coming to Trinity, it would be challenging, but if you get into Cambridge, then you're good enough, and part of the learning process is challenging yourself.
I think any degree from Cambridge will give you an added advantage when applying for jobs in the future. The Cambridge name is really famous around the world for passionate individuals for the subject. One of the things that I've heard over this and witnessed over this Trinity Residential is that you get a lot of free time despite the number of hours devoted to reading, lectures and seminars like that. So there's plenty of opportunities to commit to extracurricular activities you would pursue in your own time.
It's reassuring to know that you can still carry on with your other interests outside of what you're reading. So for example, I do a lot of music at the moment, and I might decide to do it as a degree, but if I don't, I can still be in the choirs and the orchestras and everything, and be involved in that kind of aspect of life outside of studying. So yeah, there's a lot for everyone.
I'm like unbelievably bad at sport, but I think I might kind of join the college third football team or something like that, just for, you know, a bit of fun.
I really want to try the Cambridge rowing team, because that is just so famous, and just to try and attempt being in a boat would be quite fun, but there's loads of other stuff you can do. So
by chance, that one of the students that's showing us around is really interested in dance, and that was something I hadn't really heard about before, the kind of dance scene at Cambridge, because everyone always talks about the music and the drama, and actually it sounds amazing what they do. There's theatres and performances all the time and lots of things to get involved in, so I was really pleased to hear that.
And also we were talking earlier to a languages lecturer about the opportunities to study languages separate to any kind of degree course.
If I came here, I could do a wide range of activities. I personally want to study law, however that could get a bit monotonous, so I may want to do something crazy like performing arts while studying here. I could also take part in debates if I wanted to.
I don't have a specific extracurricular activity that I do, like music or dance, but I'm just really interested in, when I find a topic that I'm interested, to see that there are loads of different societies that explore that further, and you have the opportunity to then, if you want to, go further than your topic and meet with other people. And the sound, I think it's called the Union, that was called, that sounds really good, and just having inspirational speakers come in on a kind of regular basis.
Well, the city is just so beautiful, like the architecture, like all the the Trinity buildings and like the other colleges.
Yeah, I really like the city. I think it's really beautiful. It's a city, but it feels really small. So it's quite, because like it's pretty much dominated by the university.
It's just so beautiful. Everything is just so historical, and there's just so much to see. It's not just about your studies. There's just the being here.
I think the main thing is the confidence it kind of gives. It makes you think that maybe it's a more realistic kind of goal, and it helps you think about it, like the whole interview practice. That's really good, and then they make it just really clear.
Yeah, this entire residential has been amazingly useful mainly because when you think about Cambridge University, you think of this distant city of gods, a seat of light where mere mortals cannot study. Whereas when you actually come to the college, you find out that it's actually pretty welcoming, and that so long as you work hard enough, you can actually get in there, no matter where you come from.
Everyone who we've spoken to at school or other places who says like, oh, I'd love to go to Oxford or Cambridge, it's kind of like a dream in the back of your mind, but when you come to something like this, you kind of feel like it's more real. And yeah, because we're staying in the accommodation and we're actually experiencing it, you kind of get a sense of what it would actually be like, and that makes you want to do it even more.
You kind of think that everyone here is geniuses, and when you actually meet people, they seem normal. And it's been so much fun kind of living as Cambridge people do and enjoying the lectures and the admissions process. We had a lecture on that, and that was just so interesting because we found out actually how to apply and how we'd get in.
This residential's been really great because you know, we're staying on the grounds, we're getting a real feel for what student life would be like at Cambridge, and I think that's something that school can't offer you, simply because you need to actually go to the place that you're hoping to go to, like here, to experience that fully, and I think that's been really useful.
Coming here gives you the experience, so if you do like apply to Cambridge and you come for an interview, like there's nothing to be worried about because you've already come before and like stayed in like the residence, so it just gives you that bit of insight.
I would thoroughly recommend this course. It's not just really good insight, it is a heck of a lot of fun, and it's really nice to just like meet up with other people who want to come to Cambridge and like-minded people. No, I definitely recommend it. It's great fun.
I've absolutely loved it. I think it's I feel like I've actually learned so much about everything, about like the subjects, about the university, and it's just made me like really want to come here, and like just give me the motivation that I think I need to try my hardest.